I didn't know Pedro Pascal was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I gotta check
Back
that
in
out.
the day, yes, he wait, if I'm not mistaken, back in the day I think it was. Everyone, welcome to the podcast. This is episode I don't think I was about to say 93, 94. We're back. Okay, we're back. Um it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. Um Jason, how do you feel? How do you feel to be back at it?
Feel good, man. It's like riding a bike for me. I've watched a lot of stuff over the
He said it's like
time.
riding a bike.
I watched a lot of stuff over the time. A lot of stuff.
Man, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. Um, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's bittersweet. I'm sad that we've been away. I'm sad that we've been away, but like I said, back at it once more. So I'm not. I'm just sorry that it took so long for us, guys. I'm sorry. Jason, you know what? What's been? Tell me what you've been up to since we haven't done the stream in so long. You know what I'm saying? What you been?
I
Because I have some things that I want to get off my chest this week. So, but I want you to get off a few things that you have this week.
been watching a lot of movies and shows.
Okay.
Uh, Seen some interesting movies
Mm-hmm.
that are pretty good, okay-ish. Um, some shows that are slightly disappointing. Um,
Mm.
Anime wise, I can't speak to anime because I read the manga, so I'm like in a different universe than everybody
Okay.
who's watching animes. To be honest with you,
Noted.
respectfully. But yeah, and I even and not let me not say don't laugh, but I started the Righteous Gemstones, and so far that's been hilarious.
That's the one
Um,
on
HBO Max.
HBO Max. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's been hilarious.
Okay. Okay.
uh, but that's all. That's really all I got. Um, I'm refraining, and this is beautiful of just off the beautiful of freestyle. I'm refraining from going into detail about anything that I've saw because I don't know what we're gonna talk about. So I'm
Uh,
gonna wait till we talk about it. I have no
any
idea.
good animes you've been Oh, oh, that reminds me. Devil May Cry, best anime of 2025 right now.
Now, okay, okay, okay. Let me say this,
Mm-hmm.
and people forgive me. God forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
I never played the games. I don't know the story, so I watched Devil May Cry
Okay.
blindly. Um,
But I feel
and
that's a good way to see it. Okay, so I can
yeah,
stand by that.
I
Okay.
have no. I have all I know is his brother's name is Virgil. As a
Okay.
gamer, because I'm a gamer, so of course, even though I never played Devil May Cry, me being a gamer, I see things happen in passing.
Okay.
So I
I can
knew
stand
about
by
his
that.
brother, but I didn't know nothing else. Outside of that, Devil May Cry was meh. It was lackluster to me. Um, the animation was okay. It was a step better than Ninja Kamui. That animation was terrible.
Yeah, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah, it was terrible. Ninja Kamui after the first two episodes, which were fire, after that it just went downhill. But yeah, Devil May Cry.
Oh man,
I
I was
didn't really, and this is me being a student, not
okay.
So for everybody listening, I do not have a rating score for Devil May Cry because as people who have known us for the years, I'm big on source material. So it would be a hypocrite of me to when I kill people for not knowing the source material, but then watch something that I don't know the source material and have something smart to say. I don't. I don't know.
Mm,
So I will not give Devil May Cry a score because there's source material that you can follow. So it's like I don't know if Dante is the right person he's supposed to be. I don't know if this whole government thing and this whole like America taking over the demon world, which just outside looking in felt weird. I don't know if
okay.
this is part of the game. So I'm not going to criticize it. So I don't have a score because it is unfortunately attached to a game. But just speaking without knowing nothing about the game and watching the show, it didn't make me want to go play the game. That's how I kind of sort of look at it. Like me watching the show, even if the show is a far cry from the game, I would expect something to make me go, you know what? Let me go pay attention to the game. Let me play the game and see, even if it's not the same story. I didn't feel it. I like the bunny rabbit villain though. He was
Very,
he was dope.
a very, 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 very good
He was
villain.
dope.
Very
And I
good villain.
liked his handler, the funny guy who kept betraying him
Yeah,
up until the end.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
hilarious. I liked him too.
Yes, very
But
good handler. Yes, I
everything else was just kind of like, eh. It didn't really hit me. But again, I'm a student in this matter because I never played the game. So I don't know if it's step by step right with the game. I don't know. If it is, then that's what's up. But I have no score and I won't bash it because I don't know. That's just me being honest. But I wasn't entertained. That's what I'll say. I was. It was okay.
man,
I,
that kind
hey,
of
hey,
hurts.
I'm not sorry, but I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. So don't. It shouldn't hurt you that bad. I never played Devil May Cry. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert because I would expect the same in reverse, like how people didn't know that Galactus had a woman Silver Surfer as his herald.
Yeah, yeah,
See what I'm saying?
yeah,
You can't talk to me
yeah.
because I know the source material that it's a thing. So for all those people that got a problem with it, be quiet and go sit in the corner. You're still gonna buy your movie ticket to go see the movie. So I don't even want to hear all that, all them complaints. But I expect
Zero
that
Cool
same thing in
Javon was
reverse.
good.
Yeah, I expect that same thing in return for people to look at me and say, Jay, you don't have a say because you never even played Devil May Cry. So I'm,
Okay,
I'm
so
reciprocating the same emotion. So I don't know. I'll listen to you on Devil May Cry. I don't know. I
so
never
to
played the game, so I don't
me,
know.
as a Devil May Cry fan, like I played all the Devil May Cries, even the DMC one, which we
Mm-hmm.
don't talk about, that took place in Neververse, but the rest of them played all of them. I think they because I feel like everybody goes after the Dante from Devil May Cry 3 because that's the one that kind of leads his personality into the rest of the Devil May Cries. And anybody who tells you different, Devil May Cry 3 is the best Devil May Cry game because that's
Okay.
when you get
Okay.
introduced to Virgil and
Yeah.
all that.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I thought the anime was good. I think they nailed his personality. The story was good. It's a little dragged out. And don't get me wrong, Dante's cocky. That's what he is. But I think
Okay.
sometimes it was too like it was too a little bit. It was too jokey. Sometimes it's kind of like, okay, Dante, this is like a serious moment. Even though, beg to differ, Dante takes nothing. He takes nothing serious in Devil May Cry 3 the game, but later on, the rest of the games, he kind of does take when it's a serious matter. He's like, okay, this is serious.
Yeah.
Um, the devil arms, his guns. So basically, in the game, he uses these two guns called Ebony and Ira. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's what makes me think there's going to be a season number 2 because the guns he used, I was like, oh, okay. But then I'm looking at it, I'm like, wait, this is not Ebony and Ira. Where's his devil arms? Where's his two guns? So,
Okay.
I of course there's going to be a season 2 because you sort of thing, but
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It's not as good as, in fact, me and Javon was talking about this. It's not as good as Castlevania. It's not better than
Mm-hmm.
Castlevania.
Did you watch the old what was it, 07, 08
Yes,
version of Devil
yes,
May Cry?
yes, and that one is good, but it's super boring. Like it's super boring.
It's
It's
slow and
good
dark
though.
as it's slow and
It's
dark as I don't know.
slow. Yeah, it's slow and
I
dark.
watched it
Yeah.
on Don't Laugh G4T G4
Hey,
TV
G4.
on it.
But yeah, it's kind of dragged, and I was kind of like, okay. But I do like the new Devil May Cry 4. I think it's good. I think it's probably, like I said, it's one of the best animes of 2025 right now. I'm very impressed with it. I thought it was good. They grab a lot of the aspects of Dante with the amulet and him being connected with his mother. Then you see about his little brother Virgil.
Hmm.
Wait, I can't remember if Virgil was older or Dante. I can't remember. But anyway, I thought that was very good. I was very pleased with it. Like
That's what's up.
it I think IGN gave it an 8, and I agree with that. I agree with it. I think it's definitely
That's what's up.
8.
That's what's up.
Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna be real with y'all. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and according to YouTube, you guys don't stay along very well when we start blabbering. So I will get to some things, but this episode is literally we're going to talk about sinners. Okay, that's it. We're going to talk about sinners. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about sinners. We're in there. Before we get to sinners, though, I have a couple of things that I want to nab first. One, you put, I don't know if it was you and Ryan, but one of y'all put in the chat about the Oscars. Okay.
That was me.
That was you. That thing hit me to my soul. So for y'all who don't know, the Oscars is now making people who, like, if you are on the panel, you have to watch the movie. Now, let me tell you why that pisses me off. The Oscars are a big deal. They're a very big deal. Like, sometimes careers are made and broken at the Oscars. So you're trying to tell me for years, ever since the Oscars started, everybody on the panel, you didn't have to see the movie? So you just voted? Go ahead.
Shout out to Ryan, and I apologize if he didn't want me to say this, but I don't think he cares. But Ryan and a bunch of, when I say a bunch, I mean a bunch of people I've personally spoken to, said they watched the Nora and it was trash. I never seen the Nora.
Well,
but the people I've spoken to said it was trash, and that Joan won some Oscars. So there you go.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Watch it.
You know, Revenant, the one that Leonardo DiCaprio has all his awards for. To me, that was garbage. And he got I was like, this movie is terrible. Like, okay, not terrible, but it's not good. Why did he get an Oscar for this? The movie was not good. Yeah. So that just means all these years you didn't, and that even makes me think it's a money thing. We're just going to say, we're going to grab some money and you don't even have to watch the movie. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. So now the Oscars. Go ahead.
I want, how does the conversation start on what movie to
do? Exactly. That's another point I have. How do they decide?
Like what? Like is it like the first person? Example. Jason. What's your vote for nomination?
Yeah.
And he goes, and I go, because I've seen the movies that were nominated. Right? It's like. Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the best movie I've ever seen.
Exactly.
Y'all just follow along because I started the vote? Is that how it works? You see, that's what I'm asking. You
Bro,
see what I'm saying?
It truly shocks me. Like, I'm like,
Now I see how, and with all due respect, I see how Sigourney Weaver won an award for Everything Everywhere All at Once over Angela Bassett for Black Panther 2, when one person was in the movie for 10 minutes and the other person was in the movie for an hour and a half. So now I see how she got voted in. And I love Sigourney Weaver. She should have been got in for awards before that movie.
Agreed.
But
it truly makes you go,
Alien and Aliens.
2 excellent movies. 2, Predator Badlands. They put out a trailer for Predator Badlands. If you have not seen it, y'all need to go watch it. I'm done with Predator at this point. I'm done with Predator at this point. Okay?
You don't like Predator?
No, I like Predator, but there's, once again, nobody knows in Hollywood when to stop. Like, okay, let this just ride out a little bit. We already had Prey, okay? I felt like that was a good little thing about Predator. Why would you go and make this Predator Badlands? I have a real problem with that. I'm not going to hold you. I have a real problem with that. Okay? I'm not interested. We're going to get to The Last of Us next week.
Wait, Predator?
Yeah, I'm done. There's been too many Predators. Predator is getting out of hand. It really is at this point, because then they're supposed to be doing an anime series. So it's kind of what the hell is this for? And this is going to be bad about all my Star Wars fans, but I'm going to say it anyway. Nobody cares about Star Wars. So
I'm sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis, not Sigourney Weaver.
I knew who you were. I know you said Jamie Lee, but I figured I should have stopped you and said Jamie Lee, like because I was thinking to myself,
Halloween
it's Sigourney
Trading
Weaver.
Places.
Um,
No, Halloween Trading Places.
yes. No one cares about Star Wars. Everybody just stop. Nobody cares about Star Wars anymore.
What about Andor?
Nope. I don't care about Andor. I don't care. Star Wars is dead. Star Wars is dead. Nobody
Did you see the
cares.
first season of Andor?
Huh?
Did
Have
you
I
see the
watched
first season
Andor?
of Andor?
Nope. I have no intention of watching anything Star Wars ever again. Ever again. It's lost its magic. It lost what made it great. There is no. Every time I turn around, Disney is doing something for Star Wars. It's getting
So
annoying.
you're not gonna watch the Darth Maul
Nope.
show?
Nope. And look, don't get me wrong.
Ahsoka, homeboy.
I know
Anakin's
Anakin
back.
just got picked up for season 2. I know, but see, this is what I'm talking about. We can't let go of the past. We can't let go. Like we just can't let go of the old team. I can't. It's losing it. Like, okay, Marquez, I get you. But I know Andor was good because Jason sat here and told me that Andor was good.
Andor's fire.
But I can't. And I think halfway why I can't do Andor is because I know it takes place. What is it? Like they're trying to get the plans for the Death Star or something? Like
It starts with the origin story of the dude that was on what's the movie? What's the Star Wars movie? Rogue Squadron, right?
yes. Yeah, Rogue I was about to say Rogue One. Is it Rogue One? Rogue One.
I think it is Rogue One. It's Rogue One. It's
No, the only way to save Andor is bring Vader. But see, that's what I'm talking. Here we go. Think about it. Every time there's a Star Wars thing for us to actually like it, maybe The Mandalorian was the last thing. Oh, wait, hold.
They got another season of Mandalorian.
Wait, hold on. Is this man? Wait, hold on. Wait. How did I get everybody back? I just messed up.
Oh snap! Did I mess y'all up?
Hold on. I just messed up. God damn it. Hold on. Let me disconnect you. Hold on. Hold on. I just disconnected Ryan. Hold on. Let me go back to Jason. Hold on. After everything gets situated again. Okay. Ryan, I meant to hit Ryan to join the call. And I was like, what this? Oh man.
I was like, what happened?
Text Ryan and tell him try again. And then
Hold on.
we're having technical difficulties on the stream. If you could just hold fast.
That is too funny. I was like, hey, hold
Oh
on.
man. But yeah,
You don't want to see Mandalorian?
but see, I liked Mandalorian until Luke came. Because I knew they was
Yeah.
gonna do it.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Yeah. He told me to let you know to hop on.
Yeah. I'm gonna add him to the call. Tell him I'm gonna add him to the call. Tell him I'm gonna add him to the
Okay.
call.
He said he's gonna call back.
Okay. Because I thought there was a way you can add him to the. But yeah, Andor is a prequel to a prequel. I don't care about that. I don't care because you already know the outcome.
But you gotta see how we got there.
Oh, see, it says join. See, I can't bring him over. Shoot, I don't know how to bring him over. Because it's okay. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna see if I can add him here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, bro. I'm not a fan of that.
You don't want to watch Visions? Didn't you like the first season of Visions? Visions was fire. The Star Wars
Visions
show.
was okay, but its damage is done. Its damage is done. I don't care, and I don't mean to say in a bad way, but
I will check out the movies, but not in the way you thinking. And and the shows are free, so I'll watch that just out of morbid curiosity. As long as it's not Acolyte. Acolyte is the worst Star Wars thing ever created. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Sorry, Ryan. All I'm saying, don't get into an accident, okay? Don't get into an accident. Look at the rope. Look at the rope.
I'm good.
Okay, so I don't care about Star Wars. We done had this discussion before. It's done to me. It's dead. Star Wars is dead. I don't want to see
Fair enough.
anything. And maybe if we got something new, but every time, in order to bring it back, no. Hear me out. I'm not saying something new, but like we can't get past the same established characters. Like we got to go back to Luke. We got to bring Darth Vader back. We got to do all that. We can't get original Star Wars something good.
What about the bounty hunters? They doing the show about the bounty hunters. It's animated. It's from what's the huh? Yeah, it's the same animation as Bad Batch, but it's the bounty hunter dude. The girl they used to work with on the dark side, who used to work with who was in the animated who was the animated dark side boss at the time? It wasn't Maul. It was she's a Jedi too. Green. You know what I'm talking about, John?
With the two like little not horns, but I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know. She's a chick.
I know her.
Yeah, her and Cad Bane. Is that his name?
Oh, now he's tight with the hat. My man
They're
with
in the
hat.
movie. They're in an animated episode coming out called Star Wars. Is it called Bounty? Something like that.
Oh, you did send us that. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. I'm not too. My Star Wars ship has sailed, unfortunately, and I don't have it. I don't have it coming back.
Tales of the Underworld.
That's it.
Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress. She got the ponytail. She got the tail jump. Yeah. I never knew that was her name. I just used to. I mean, the Star Wars animated show was lit. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, all the animated stuff from Star Wars is good.
I got to finish Bad Batch.
I gotta finish nothing because I don't.
But that was before all this though.
I gotta.
That was before all this though.
But it's not special.
So you wouldn't
anymore.
go back and watch Clone Wars?
I have went back and watched Clone Wars, and don't get me wrong, I love Clone Wars. You know, Clone Wars holds a special place in my heart. But I'm just done.
When Anakin knew what he would become in the future, but once they figured it out, they erased his memory, and he just forgot all about that. Episode was fire.
Vicious.
He was like, "You gotta kill me now, because I know what I'm going to become."
Vicious.
I'm sorry. Clone Wars was fire, man. Come on, bro. All right,
now I'm gonna tell you.
How it used to be.
I'm gonna tell everybody right now. We're about to get into the spoiler of this episode, and that is about Sinners.
You ain't watched Daredevil?
No, and I have I want to watch it. I just haven't.
Don't.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, damn.
You ain't gotta watch it. You'll be okay.
Okay.
You'll be okay.
Okay.
You'll be okay.
Oh, damn. That sucks.
Don't worry.
Josh, watch it to form your own opinion, man.
Before we even get in
Don't
that,
worry about it, Josh.
quick question for everybody that's in the chat. Ryan put something in the messenger today. Okay. I'm going to read what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And I want everybody in the chat. I want the chat to go crazy right now. Can we get some W's in the chat? Ryan put in the chat. Here we go. Fire question. The Suicide Squad from 2021. Well, it's more like an opinion, but just right. You're good, right? The Suicide Squad from 2021 is the one with Idris Elba. Is better than all three Daredevil movies combined. I put yes.
Deadpool.
Than the Deadpool movies combined. I put yes.
Ooh.
James Gunn Suicide Squad, Jason.
Yep. It's better than all three Deadpool movies. I said yes. I absolutely said
Lord,
yes.
Jason, come on over. Come on over,
I said
man.
yes. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It clears Daredevil. Excuse me. It clears Deadpool 2 for sure.
I said yes. So I'm sticking with my guns.
I'll come back.
You got to come back on that one, Jason.
I can't.
Jason, do me a favor. Post it on Twitter and let me and get back to me.
I don't know if I want to go through that again.
I told him straight up yes. He is absolutely right. It clears It does. It clears all three of them easily.
Deadpool and Deadpool Wolverine, Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Deadpool Wolverine was just the cameos. The story wasn't really good.
But that's what it's supposed to be though. Like it's not. If you expected anything more, then you watching the wrong movie. Is why it's confusing. That's why, because I see what y'all are saying in a sense, but Deadpool is supposed to be ridiculous and stupid and goofy, and it's supposed to not make any sense in a sense. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why I'm torn.
Let me ask you this: if you had to choose between the Suicide Squad and Deadpool and Wolverine, which would you watch?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
Now all three of them, just the Deadpool and Wolverine.
I can tell you right now, I'm watching Suicide Squad off the bat.
I am too.
I'm watching Suicide Squad off the bat.
Y'all sure there's not like a James Gunn thing going?
No, it's not even a James Gunn thing because I know Marquez in the chat about to go crazy, but it's not a James Gunn thing. It's not a James Gunn thing.
I play Jason. I was sitting at work and the question popped in my head and I was like, you know what? Let me just throw this out there. And I did. I wasn't thinking about James Gunn nothing, but I was just, it just came up in my head, bro.
I'm only asking not because I disagree, it's because y'all are so sure. Like y'all not stuttering. Y'all not scratching y'all heads. Like y'all like this is a fact. And I'm like, wait a minute.
This is a straight fact
about this.
I'm being 100% serious.
You know what I'm saying? You know I don't care to put a bullet in a show or a movie without question. But this one, dang, y'all sure?
Yep, I'm like positive. I would definitely choose. Yeah, easily.
I gotta marinate.
Easily.
I gotta, and I'm not discrediting either movie, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
for sure.
That's just how good both movies are to me. Is why I'm like,
I got you. Respect.
I gotta think about that one. It's definitely clear as Deadpool 2 for sure. Like that.
Easily.
I'm with y'all.
I'm
with y'all. But 1 and 3, because 1 I hold and. I actually got 1 being better than 3, to be honest with you. But
I agree with that. I'm with you on that, bro.
Better than 3. It's 1, 3, and 2. But let me marinate it. Let me marinate on that one. That's a good one though. That's a good one.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
They all better than Daredevil though. I tell you that.
Damn, Daredevil's getting no respect in the zone. That's crazy.
I had to sneak a little elbow in the punch in the boxing match.
That's kind of insane. That
do a little sneaky, like the ref turned around. I kind of hit the ref with the low blow real quick when the ref wasn't looking. I had to go ahead. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
I'm sorry.
Okay, so now Ryan, before you even did you see Sinners?
I sure did.
Okay.
I sure did.
So once again, let me make this very clear because there is going to be spoilers at this point. Okay. If you did not see Javon told Jason stand on business, Deadpool over Suicide Squad all day. I'm about to ban Javon right now. I'm about to ban him right now. I'm about to straight ban him. Straight ban him. If you did not see Sinners, leave. Because this is going to be full of spoilers, okay? Full of them. I don't even want to try. There's no way you could do a spoiler-free review on this, so we're just going to get it over with, okay? Done deal. So, okay, let me start off by saying this. I need y'all, and when I say y'all, I mean need people to start putting some respect on Ryan's name, the director, Ryan Coogler. People need to start putting some respect on this man's name. Go ahead.
I see Tyler Perry numbers.
You see Tyler Perry numbers. What you mean?
I say that because Coogler should be far exceeding Tyler Perry numbers.
Oh,
go ahead. I don't want.
Yeah, no, he should.
Y'all run to all the Madea movies.
Exactly. And here's my thing. Ryan has not put out a movie that's under a 7.
I'm watching y'all.
Ryan has not put out a movie that's under a 7.
That's fact.
He has not. And
don't y'all hate?
He has not.
Wakanda Forever.
Hold
Seven
on now. I
at
ain't
a
say I
minimum.
hated
That's a
this film.
7. At a minimum, that's a 7 for me. That's a minimum. So now from
I ain't
his
say
movie
it this time,
credits,
Ryan. I ain't say it this time.
um,
Ryan,
um, Fruitville Station,
yep,
Creed,
yep.
Black
All
Panther,
three.
um,
Yep. Both of them.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Sentence. The man, Fruitville Station, the man hasn't put out a movie less than a 7. Okay, let's just
Okay.
go ahead and say that right now, because
That's
I
true.
want to
That's
clear
true.
this up, because I hate when people who don't watch this type of stuff, man, my man Ryan really stepping up in the game. No, he's been in the game. He's been
Yep.
in the game. Y'all just
Yep.
wasn't putting no respect on his name, but that's okay.
Correct.
Blerd
Cause
Paradox is
y'all
here to
run the
fix
Tyler
that.
Perry. Yeah, y'all run the
He's
Tyler
here to
Perry
fix that.
all the time.
The man has vision. This is not your typical vampire movie. Okay. One thing I like to, okay, first of all, let's go ahead and acknowledge too, everybody did well. But it takes a certain character to play 2 roles at once. That's acting. That is cinema. That is cinema. From his days in The Wire, from his days in Hardball, okay, I've always said Michael B. Jordan was a good actor. But now, Michael B. has exceeded as being, now you got to put him in one of the best. He needs to win a Oscar for that role.
Yeah. Oh Lord.
Jason about to say some bullshit. Go ahead, Jason. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. No,
okay.
I'm not. No,
Okay.
I'm not. No, No.
Okay.
No, I'm
I
not.
thought you
No,
was
I'm
gonna
not.
say some bullshit.
I'm not.
Okay.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Jonathan Majors is right there with him at the magazine.
No. Absolutely. I have no doubts.
Like literally.
I have no doubts.
Right here. He was by himself. And no disrespect to the cast, what I'm saying is he's the only. That movie was built, written, acted, directed, and for him. He acted for 2 straight hours, literally, sort of, kind of by himself.
Yeah.
No super supporting character beside him.
Yeah.
If that movie was built like the main character, if that main character don't do it right, the movie is trash.
Yeah.
He killed the writing didn't make him. He made the writing.
Yeah, he did.
So Jonathan Majors is right there with Michael B. Because I saw Magazine Dreams, and it's incredible.
So
incredible movie.
No, I have no, and I would say for his, because I tell people all the time, when you play
I think the 2 are the best.
Huh?
I think they are the top 2 right now.
Oh,
Michael B. and
easily.
Jonathan Majors are
Easily.
the top 2 actors. Period.
Easily.
Regardless of what you want to talk about. Regardless. Yeah,
The thing about playing 2 roles, you have to move different. You have to talk different. Yep. You have to do so many things different. Like even the way you wipe your head, wipe all of it. Michael B. nailed it. If it was the whole time, I'm like, yo, this dude is really playing 2 characters.
Come on,
I'll be back.
These people working in the field, so they're gonna come with the coins that they got. We gotta accept them. We gotta take their money.
When he told boy, girl, man, the money I'm about to give you, your old lady may put some pecker in his mouth. I said, oh my god, this dude nailed it.
You want to come to the juke with me 20 a night? All right, cool. Here, take this journey.
That's Irish beer. I give you all of that, and all you can
and
drink
40
tonight.
a night.
Bro, I swear to God.
Look,
this
quick
dude,
scene, harmonic.
he was
He
son.
took a sip of that Irish beer.
He said, oh my God. Michael B, everybody did excellent. I'm not knocking.
Perfectly.
Everybody executed their roles flawlessly.
Everybody.
But I'm going to tell you right now, Ryan, which is director, I know he sat on that project for 2 years to make it perfect.
Yeah.
The amount, I could tell from the amount of time, from their names, little stuff in the thing, like when he's wearing the thing from his the ex-wife, or what, I mean the estranged girl, ex-wife, whatever, for the little thing she made to keep the spirits and stuff away.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah.
Okay, so at its heart, it's a vampire movie. We're not knocking it. Is a vampire. But what I like about it too, the vampires weren't just out for blood.
Yeah.
They were trying to establish something.
Yeah.
Okay. The dude who played the vampire, excellent. I mean, nailed it.
Yeah.
The blues music.
Yeah.
And the dude from even the opening scene when you know something's wrong, because remember he comes to his father's church and his father's like, put the guitar down, and he doesn't drop the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
The background story, how they was working in Chicago with Capone and all that, like
Capone.
Genius. The way Ron put it together, genius. I'm like, bam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, no hesitation when the dude's at track. Bow! Bow! He didn't know hesitation. Then he told his man, bow, gotta shoot you. He said, what you do that for? Can't let nobody know I'm a bit.
Yeah. He said, I can't let nobody know they almost robbed
us. But everything about in the scene, there was 2 powerful scenes in that joint. Well, actually, it was more than that. But the first scene, because in the movie they're describing how the music brings together, especially blues, brings together past, present, and future. Okay, and how people who had a real musical talent were basically tapped into the ancestors to do all this and do great things. The music, the scene where the dude who plays the Sammy, that kid is on his way. When he's singing and they're in the club and you get all the different
Jimi Hendrix.
You get Jimmy, right. You get Jimmy. You get, even though the girl's twerking, because I heard somebody saying that the girl's twerking didn't need to be in there. I said, then you weren't paying attention to what he was trying to establish. The hip hop with the jump. You even had the, I forgot what they're actually called in Japan, but when they was doing the dancing, all that was bringing together. That scene was powerful, man.
This man was so powerful, he burnt the house down, metaphorically speaking, with the music. That's why they were outside. The house was burning and they were dancing. That's how powerful his music was.
God, I don't care what nobody says. It's worth seeing.
Absolutely.
It is an excellent movie.
Absolutely.
As of right now, it is best movie of 2025.
Absolutely.
Best movie of 2025.
Absolutely.
Ryan needs an Oscar.
Absolutely.
Jordan needs an Oscar.
Absolutely.
Everybody, I know everybody can't get one, but everybody, the acting from everybody was spot on and superb.
This all I asked for this man did the movie in 2 hours. Y'all got 13, 15 episodes. Some of y'all got 10 episodes.
And you can't put it together.
I'm talking about every minute detail. There is no stone unturned. There's no question
Everything
unanswered.
has a backstory.
Everything was right on
the money.
God, I hope people even paid attention to the Asian being in the black community.
And I was going to get to that. And to see how he came back home and how they knew each other, dude. And I want to let y'all know, I listened to some people coming out the movie theater, and I'm glad Ryan explained it in the movie, because some of y'all don't even know typical vampires. Vampires cannot be just walk into your crib. They have to be let into any establishment. That's like a golden rule from God knows from any vampire. So
I was laughing at people on social media.
Yeah, because they didn't get that.
I saw people on social media.
I said, do y'all not watch vampire movies?
Yeah, that's the.
That's like the golden. But it's the same thing. I was trying to tell. I heard some people over talking about it when I got out of the movie theater, and some guy. I had to be the asshole because he was like, "Well, crosses work too." I had to stop him right there. I said, "The cross means nothing without faith." I said, "A vampire." I forget which movie it was, and I think it may have been the one where the vampire was living next door. Old school one.
You talking
Fright
about
Night. Fright Night.
Fright Night.
And Fright Night, the guy holds up a cross, and the vampire's like, "Oh!" and he snatches the cross.
Yep.
And I remember saying, "Well, why isn't it affecting him?" But it doesn't work if you don't have faith.
Yep.
So
And
to
Fright Night, he had to be invited in too.
right,
And
he
the
had to
son
be
was
invited
yelling
too.
at his,
So for
and the
people
son
not
was
to know
yelling at his
that, I'm
mother
kind of
saying, "Don't."
and okay, and I'm going to say this, but I want y'all to pay very attention to this. I was having this discussion, and we have talked about it on the show. Go ahead.
For all y'all who don't understand the invitation, that's why vampire movies, especially in the early to late '90s, if you notice, the vampire is always what? He's always enticing the woman, and
Yeah,
he's always playing up to the woman because once he warms her up and she
he
know
gets
what she
invited in.
want, she gets invited. He invites in.
He gets
So go
invited
ahead.
in.
I'm sorry. Yeah, and that's
So
why those vampire movies, the woman's always the key in
right,
all the vampire
right.
movies because she gonna invite him in.
So
Vampire in Brooklyn.
I I was telling somebody every time I turn around, when you talk to anybody, especially us, and I say my people, if they tell me it's a show that's good, it's either two things. One, it's a drug dealing show. It gotta be something with drug dealing. It gotta be something where it's just us being degraded.
The Wire don't count.
The Wire don't. Well, the Wire was above like before at that time, so that doesn't. And the Wire wasn't just about selling drugs; it was about a whole bunch of other stuff with it.
Yeah,
But
yeah. I'm
every
messing with you,
time
but
that
yeah.
happens, that's what you get.
Yeah.
But with you got an original story with great acting, great writing, a great director, great actors. Now, I want that same energy that y'all put into those shows to go see Ryan. Because when I sat here and told y'all about Lovecraft Country, nobody went to go see it. Or nobody wanted to, oh, it's sci-fi. Oh, it's this. But it was a great story written by a great woman, Misha Green. Y'all didn't put no respect on that.
Here we go. Come on, preach, bro.
So put that same energy that y'all put into watching Snowfall, you put into watching all that other shit, go see Sinners. Because that is an original story. And I want to say this. It doesn't need a 2. It doesn't need a sequel. It does not need a sequel. I don't care. It doesn't need one. The story was great. Some things are so good, you got to let it just hit the face. This needs to be one of those movies that Ryan doesn't touch again. This is already in the books as being a classic.
Yep.
It's already in the books as being a classic. So we don't need a second movie, okay? Ryan, I don't know if you can hear me, my boy. It's me, your boy. You don't need a second one. You did your job. You did your job. Now, Chaz just said it needs a prequel. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no because, I'm going to tell you, Chaz, why I say no. Yes, you don't know what they were doing with Al Capone and all that, but you could tell that they were already not bullshitting when they got with him. From how they acted in the movie. That's why I don't think it needs a prequel. I think it just needs to be what it was and be done. Shout out to my man Buddy Guy at the end. One of the best jazz players ever. Because there are 2 scenes, well, there's 2 post-credit scenes, I would say. The first one, that one kind of hits home too, because, he sees that it's his cousin. I mean, his cousin.
Yes.
Yeah, his cousin. And by this time, Sammy is old. He survives the night from the vampires. One of the twins is dead. The other one got bit by a vampire. But
no, he didn't get bit.
He did. The dude that did get
Smoke got shot.
No, Smoke got shot, but Stack got bit.
Oh, Stack got bit.
Yeah, Stack got bit. So
yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
It's a funny thing because Sammy's sitting at the bar. They let Haley in. Shout out to her, the girl from Bumblebee and Hawkeye. That was her. They come in and he literally sees his little cousin, but now he's old. But apparently Smoke told Stack, let him live. Let him live his life. And I got respect for Stack being the brother. He followed that rule and he did not bother Sammy at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that scene kind of hit hard too, because even though he's a vampire, he just hugs him, tells him play one more time. And he says something that's very important. He says, that was the best night of my life before the sun went down, the best day of my life.
Yeah,
And
that was the
Stack
last time
actually
I saw the
goes,
sun went down.
yeah. And he was like, that was the best night of my life too, because it was the last time I got to see my brother and all that. I
Yeah.
thought that kind of hit hard, bro. That hit hard.
My man said that was the last time I saw the
Yeah,
sun.
he was like, that's the last time I saw the sun. Like, I was like, damn. But the movie is written well. This is nothing new for Ryan. He puts out bangers. Okay, this is nothing new for him. Okay, so I want people to start putting some respect on my man's name. Anytime a person like y'all haven't seen their work, or you go like, oh man, yeah, this person's making a comeback. No, he never left. It was a great movie from beginning to end. Story was excellent. The little it's so much Easter eggs in it, and the trinkets about history, about blues music. It's so much of that. One thing I loved about it too, because I thought we was going to focus a lot of time on like the slave stuff. Ryan figured out the nice in between part of that. We didn't stay long to that, so I thought that was excellent. Dude, it just had everything. You could tell Ryan took some time. He was in a room with nothing but a light writing. And he was thinking about everything he was writing about. And I know he had Michael B. Jordan in his head for the character. I know he did. The fact that Michael B. Jordan pulled it off is the kicker. I mean, Michael B., the whole time I'm literally watching this like, this dude is really playing two different actors and he is nailing it. From the voice, the movements, everything was fantastic. I'm gonna sit. I'm staying on it. I don't think Dune is coming out this year. I don't think Dune 3 is coming out this year. And Dune 2 sat the longest for best movie of 2024. It's gonna be hard to beat this. It's going to be hard to beat Sinners for the best movie of 2025. It's going to be hard. I don't see no movie this year topping that so far. I don't. Even my man James Gunn, and Gunn we trust, Superman not beating that no nothing. It's done. Ryan has held the boat. Ryan has held. He's holding the belt for best movie this year. It's going to be very hard to top that. Very hard. The only thing that I think is going to come close is this movie called Life of Chuck, where it's a Stephen King. It's based off a Stephen King book, but Mike Flanagan, whatever his name is, I think it's the dude who did Midnight Mass, Haunting at Bly Manor, and all that. He's doing this movie. I think that is going to be good, but as of right now, Sinners is the no. I saw that clip for him when I went to go see Sinners. I was not impressed with that, Chaz. I was like, what the hell is this? So it's supposed to be, it's a movie produced by Jordan Peele called Him.
I know.
Yeah, I
Marlon Wayans.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to come close.
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna be Sinners, but it was good. It was interesting.
It looks. I was kind of like, well, okay, but I'm very impressed with that. Sinners is a great movie. It is done very well. Best movie 2025 for me.
You want to go, Ryan? You want me to go?
No, go ahead, bro. You all right?
Well, I'm gonna make mine pretty quick. It's a perfect score. It's the best movie of 2025. I'm not going as far as y'all saying it's going to end the year.
It's going to end the year.
2025. but I'll just leave it here with this. And this is my take on watching Sinners. All you bloodsuckers and you culture vultures out there that don't support being in the juke, you know who you are. The Drakes, the Vanilla Ices, the Tyler Perrys, the Post Malones, all of you. This movie was for y'all. Stay outside. Don't come in the juke. We in the juke. Y'all outside. Y'all gonna come up here and let the white man, vampire, I'm speaking for real, movie-wise metaphor, assimilate your culture. Take your culture. My man went from singing folk music to speaking Chinese. Y'all weren't paying attention to what that was about, and how he wanted Sammy because he couldn't assimilate anything like Sammy a day in his life.
Yep.
And thank God for somebody like Sammy, Kendrick Lamar, or Pusha T's, or Wu-Tang Clans. They said, no, vampire, we not coming outside.
We not doing.
We staying in the juke. So, quick for all of y'all. And it's not white related. It's black too. Y'all culture vultures too. Our culture vultures too. Our blood suckers too. All y'all sitting out here doing stuff on TikTok for views, robbing people for views, violence for views, protesting at you, these rap gangsters for views. Y'all outside.
Yeah.
Stay out the juke.
Stay out the juke.
Mine is on you.
Stay out the juke.
Stay out the juke.
Man.
We here to have a good time in the juke.
Yeah.
We here to listen to culture in the juke. We here to listen to our own in the juke.
Yeah.
We not bringing all that nonsense in the juke. I feel bad for Cornbread. He had to go use the bathroom and he got snatched
Hey,
up.
son, I'm not going to hold you. They was like, when they dragged him out, and I was like, but I don't think he was a vampire. But then when he was like, hey, yo, Smoke.
No, that wasn't Cornbread. That wasn't Cornbread. That was some other dude.
So who was Cornbread?
Cornbread, remember? Cornbread had Slim watch.
Oh, he's the dude that went to take a pee. You're right. Cornbread
8 Mile
was
Road.
right.
8 Mile. He was on 8
Right,
Mile. Yeah.
right.
Slim had to go wash the door. Shout
Yeah.
out to Slim.
Yeah.
That's my man. He ain't had to go.
Yeah.
But that's my man.
I'm not gonna hold you though. When he heard his name being called, I'm like, man, I would have put my shit away in the house. I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing?
And then he had to go so far to use the bathroom.
Right.
He went like
You could have went beside the damn truck. I was
For
thinking the
real.
same thing. Right? I was like, bro, why did you go 4 miles? You could have went to the side of the door. And came
I was
back.
like, yo, come around real quick.
Yeah. but stay out the juke.
Man.
He came to the door, Rob Peter, that song. That's a folk song.
Yeah.
Then when he assimilated more people, he was singing a totally different song, the
Yep.
Irish song, all the people. Then he spoke Chinese. But he said, no matter all these people I've been assimilating, all this history that I've been dealing with and trying to get under one hive mind, I can't get somebody like Sammy.
Yep.
So Sammy, give up your soul to me.
Yep.
So I can do what I do.
Yep.
And if that ain't and that's one message or part of reflection of industry, music, black people owning their own, but they getting culture vultured by somebody that don't know the culture, just been assimilating it. I don't know what to tell you. So like I said, for all the people who ain't culture vultures, stay in the juke. Don't go outside and don't invite them outside. Inside. I said who I said. I named who I named. I stand on business. That's where I'm at. I'm in the juke. You understand? I'm in the juke. I'm trying to get some of this trimming here in the juke. I'm in the juke. I'm not inviting nobody in. I ain't going outside. I'm in the juke. So y'all in the juke or you not? You got to make a decision. And just like you spoke about Ryan Coogler, y'all run to Tyler Perry, so y'all running outside the juke. Ryan Coogler, inside the juke. Peel. Inside the juke. Mike Lee, inside the juke. We inside the juke. Don't go out there. We inside. What you need to go out there
And your man's been doing this for a minute. This ain't like something new for Ryan. He's been putting out bangers. Like I said, he doesn't have a bad movie under his belt. So, yeah.
I'm in the juke.
Man.
That's all I'm saying. I know some of y'all who ain't in the juke. I'm in the juke.
Man.
So that's why I love the movie's a perfect score. I'm going to withhold using the word classic out of respect of the time it takes to become a classic, but I'm pretty sure it will be a classic. I've already watched it 3 times again just off sheer entertainment. Yeah. So, I'm not going to say it's going to end 2025 as the
it's definitely doing
right now.
It's definitely doing it, guys. Don't worry. It's definitely
Well, Josh, hold on. We said that last year, and Anora sucks, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait, who?
Anora sucks, man.
But last year we said that for the longest time that Dune still held the record, even when we got to like December.
Dune 2 was the movie of the year last year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dune 2 was the movie.
Dune 2 was the movie last year. And nothing
the
wrong with that movie.
The other list numbers fluctuated.
Right.
The tightest not debate because we didn't really debate, but the year before that, 2023 was the tightest race because it came down to Batman versus Everything Everywhere all at once. Both of those really came out the same.
That was probably like the main one that was like, this is.
And Everything Everywhere all at once won all the Oscars.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
It's just that Bassett lost
Yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis, who was only in that movie for 10 to 15 minutes.
which was kind of
And
crazy.
Angela Bassett killed her role as Queen Mother of
Now,
Wakanda in Wakanda
now,
Forever.
hold on. To that point, real quick, she really didn't do that much in the movie. Like, I mean,
Ryan about to get us canceled. Ryan, Ryan about to get us canceled.
Yo,
Ryan,
tell him.
Ryan about to get us canceled. Ryan, Ryan, go ahead with your we'll get canceled another night. Go ahead with your go ahead with your sinners review before we
Stay
get
inside the juke,
canceled.
bro. Stay inside the juke,
Oh
man.
man.
You let them
I'm
pull
in.
you outside.
Oh
Stay
I'm
my
inside the
in.
god.
juke.
I'm
Stay
in.
inside
Oh
the juke,
man.
man.
It's just okay.
Oh
Stay
my
inside the
god.
juke.
They showed the speech during the trailer, so it wasn't really impactful. But I'm just okay, whatever. But all right,
Ryan, stay inside the juke. You going
all
outside?
right.
Yo, he stay in here, bro.
Oh my god.
Stay in here.
Oh,
Stay inside
that
the
is
juke.
hilarious.
No, but I enjoyed the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it was his own story, and even before the vampires came into the picture, I could have watched the movie with just Stack and Smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. Agreed.
The
Agreed.
culture, how they connected the culture, that was good. I told my brother this. I love how they a lot of movies tend to forget this. Vampires had to get invited in.
We was just talking about that
I
while you
mean,
was off the jump. We was just talking about that.
like,
We was just talking about that.
yeah,
I think you was going in the house when we was talking about that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I like that they
Yeah.
incorporated that well. It was like, hold on, bro, Cornbread, you've been coming in and out this joint all night.
All
Why you
night.
getting invited for it now?
He was like, all right, I'm done. I'm done.
Right,
I
right,
had to watch what he said. He said, I had to watch a dog. He was like, but all right,
right.
go ahead. You know, you can let me back in now. Come on, tell me I can come back in.
Yeah, right, right.
What?
Oh
Yeah,
my
but no,
god.
yeah, definitely agree. If anything, I like my two favorite scenes were that one shot when they were when Sonny was playing and they were
Yeah,
showing the different
Sammy.
cultures throughout the years. Sammy,
Yeah.
yeah,
Like that. Like
boy,
that. That scene was so good.
man, and it was more so a visual representation. That's why some people you kind of have to open your mind up a little bit. The average person would be like, "Oh, why are they twerking?"
See?
They're not really
See?
there. The visual representation of the. Come on, think for a second. Just think for a minute. All right.
They don't want to.
Right. They don't want to. They don't want to.
Right.
It's like, and two, I loved the vampire river dancing, bro. Whatever he was doing when he was there. When he had, cause I forgot about everybody that was in the juke that had left. I thought they made
Mm-hmm.
it home. I'm like,
Oh
oh dang.
no.
Right, my
Yeah, I
brain.
knew.
They made it, but I said,
Yeah.
oh dang, he turned all of that quick.
He turned all
Um,
of them, bro.
yeah, all of them. I said, whoo, and I like it to tie into your point, Jason. How he played it off like, oh, can't we all just get along, equality? But at the end of the day, he was still in control of all of them. They,
Correct.
what I'm saying? It was like we call it like a hive mind, I guess
Yeah,
you would
Mm-hmm.
yep,
say.
Hive
that's what
mind.
yep.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Correct.
yeah, that was good, bro. I would say, yeah, best movie 2025 so far. I'm hoping this gets Ryan Coogler best picture. I want them to get all the Oscars, bro, for
Yeah.
real. Like this
Same.
and it's original, bro. Like this is an original IP, so that makes Ryan Coogler really helping WB out right now, bro. Like it's and I heard somewhere he also got like a deal where he like owns the rights to like
In
everything.
25 years.
Yeah, in 25 years. So I said,
Yeah.
man, that's dope, man. That's
But
black excellence.
I don't
Yeah,
know
go
how
ahead.
true this was, but apparently I was trying to do some research on it. But apparently I guess he pitched this to other people and they turned it down.
Of course they did.
But
Yeah, now
this
I didn't hear that story though. I'm not saying it's not
yeah,
true.
I don't and I
Yeah.
don't know how true it was because I was trying to find it, but I could kind of believe it because
I can too.
I
one,
can too.
one, he a black man. One, he a black man. Let me just be honest with you.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Two, unless you read in the script, you'll just think it's a regular vampire movie.
There you
Hmm.
go.
You
I was
know,
about to say. I was about to say, and not to make it, not to filter this, but in a perfect world, let's say Disney didn't own the rights to Blade. If he'd called it Blade, it would have got picked up immediately.
Exactly. Exactly.
You're right. You're right.
Exactly.
But
A
as a
lot of people,
standalone vampire movie with original idea, nobody want to see
yeah,
that no
Nobody.
more. I
Exactly.
mean, no,
Exactly.
let me not say nobody want to see that. Studio don't want to take a risk on that.
Yeah, I
yeah,
agree with that.
But y'all don't care to know that some of us we want to see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I
Original
think this
story.
will help out. Yeah, this will definitely help out movie theaters now, especially because like in the world of like IPs and connected universes, this is a good break from the you know superhero.
Yeah.
You know,
Cocaine.
it was dope.
Not to go back to this, but Cocaine Bear even got some freaking success just because
It was
it
different.
it
It was
It was
it
entertaining,
was
different.
different,
It was
man.
different.
right? And it was different. Yeah.
It was different.
So man, I ain't got nothing else to say, man. This was a gem
It's a gem,
for 20.
and I've been watching a lot of videos of people trying to break it down, but you can't. It is something that you can't break down over words. This is a true vision that you got to see because in my eyes, this was Ryan trying to get it on a piece of paper. And like
Mm-hmm.
I need to show people this. Like this ain't something I
Mm-hmm.
can explain. I gotta
Mm-hmm.
show you.
Mm-hmm.
And he did that. He did that.
And to speak to your video of people of your videos breaking down, that's what makes me like them more because everybody is has their own breakdown of the
Oh, the
movie.
movie.
It's not the
Exactly.
same
Exactly.
as
Exactly.
y'all didn't have the same view of it as I did. I'm looking at
Exactly.
business because it was so music heavy, and I'm
It
looking
Mm-hmm.
at
was.
it as we
It
need to
was.
own our own.
It
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
was.
saw something different, and then someone else might like it off the simple fact that it's a vampire movie, which
Yep.
it
Yeah.
was a good vampire movie too. If you were
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about the messaging,
Yep.
it's
Mm-hmm.
great.
It was
Mm-hmm.
very. It was very very good.
This
Like
is all
very
I
good.
ask for. Is it so
Yep.
hard?
It was
That's
very good.
this is that for
It's very
everybody who
good.
wants to know what I thirst for, what's gonna make me spend money on a ticket. Sinners is that, and a Sinners
Yeah.
magazine, Dream, stuff like that. That is what's gonna pull me out my couch.
Um, Me and my brother had this discussion last night, and we both agreed when it comes to Ryan Coogler movies, this is number one.
Oh,
That's one you ever
easily,
did.
easily, easily. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed.
Ryan
Jason.
Coogler movies. Oh
So
Lord.
and I'm taking your. That means you're putting it. Fruitville. You're
What's
putting
top?
Sinners over Fruitville Station, and you're putting Sinners over Black Panther.
Yes, I am.
Agreed.
Yes.
I 100% agree with that. I 100% agree with that.
Jason, what's up, bro?
Talk to me, Goose. Talk to me,
I can't
Goose.
go. I just can't go.
It's,
I just can't necessarily go there with y'all. I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just not gonna go there
what's
with
your
y'all.
number one?
I was
What's your,
just
if
about
you
to
mind
ask
me
that
I don't
asking?
know.
question.
I don't. Cause it's so different from the other movies that are
I
great.
got you.
It's
I
hard to
got you.
put it there. Cause
I
I
got
think
you.
because Black Panther for me is a top five MCU movie, but it's not a top
Mm,
five MCU movie just because it's a top five movie in general. I said
right,
MCU
right.
movie.
I got
So
you.
you see what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
So it's
Yeah, I
different.
feel it.
It's a different type of thing. I don't know, but
I got you.
I'm not disagreeing. Let me say that
Okay, no,
Sinners is
that's
Mm,
fair. That's
trust me.
fair.
Sinners is a Sinners. It's amazing. I
it's
like
amazing.
I'm sitting up here as I'm watching it. The names that popped in my head, the who did, based on how I was watching them. The
Hmm.
names that popped in my head that fit that narrative that I saw in the movie. I'm like, I see some of y'all tweeting saying y'all went to go see. I hope your soul hurt. I hope you're guilty because you one of them bloodsuckers standing outside of the Jew. I'm just being honest. Like, come, like,
Even you giving that analogy, somebody watching this probably gonna be like, "What's he talking about?" It's like you see, you're not understanding what he's saying.
hey, look. What did he say? Hey, look. This our we buying this. There's the money. It's
Hmm.
ours. If I
Hmm.
catch you or your KKK fools cross that gun line, boss,
Hmm.
I'm smoking
Hmm.
you and the rest of y'all. Because this is
Hmm.
ours. Owned.
Yeah.
Mines. No one
Hmm.
else. No Limit Records. We own we. This is ours. Our
Mm-hmm.
people, our kind.
Mm-hmm.
No one else can come up in the juke. We need more of that.
Yeah.
We used to have that in the 80s and the 90s. We had the Wayans family. We had Robert Townsend.
Yep.
We had
In
Living
love, in
Color.
Meteor
living color.
Man.
Boys in the Hood.
Meteor
Meteor Man.
Man.
Media
Boys in the
man.
Hood.
Blank Man.
Woo. Sprung. We used to have our corner. Boomerang. We
Yeah.
had our juke.
Now we
But
got
but you know
one
what?
versus
Somebody went
20.
outside.
But you know the difference.
Exactly.
But you know the difference. And I'm gonna say it on the stream. We're gonna get canceled after this. A lot of us don't support our own. A lot of us
We
don't
don't.
support
Yeah,
our own.
and what you saw in the middle of Sinners, right? It got to the point where all kinds.
Yep.
Now you're assuming that the white people you saw with them initially, they might not even be white. They could be Irish,
Yeah.
European, they could be a
Mm-hmm.
whole nother. Now he got Asians, blacks, and all the kinds
Yep.
out there
Mm-hmm.
dancing to a music that's not even theirs,
Yeah.
to a culture that doesn't even belong to them. That don't
Mm-hmm.
sound familiar?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That
Mm-hmm.
that
But we in the juke.
Yeah.
We in the juke with Sammy. Because Sammy bring that soul that we like.
Yes.
We in the juke though.
That
And I love.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I think I have said it before. It got to be a certain. I preached. I begged people to go see, to go watch Lovecraft Country. Begged them. Like this is
Mm-hmm.
one of the best shows on TV. Easy in my top 10. Easy one of my top 10 shows.
Lauren Hill brought us in the juke.
I don't like sci-fi. I don't like this. But you rather see our people get arrested. You rather see us selling drugs, peddling shit. Like, but you got an original story. You got an original story here with Lovecraft Country. You got an original story with Sinners. Like, I'm telling you to go see this. Oh, like, but you don't want to go see it. But you invest your time into something else like that belittles us. Like how many stories have we seen with us selling drugs? How
Right.
many more things can we have like that? Like
They can tell me a
and
Tyler Perry movie front to back.
you know, like I'm trying to tell you. But then when I give you something that's original, that's grade A, that speaks to the soul, like when you leave the movie theater, you're gonna go like, damn, that shit was excellent.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Every time I preached, I begged people. I've been praising all like go see Sinners, go see Sinners, go see Sinners, go see Sinners. Help this is the all of us on this podcast talk about original writing, a great director, a great acting. The movie has everything. The movie literally has everything.
Yeah.
It literally has everything. And it's, you said it best, Jason. Everybody has their interpretation about what the movie meant to them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody does. The movie, I mean, just to even hear about how Smoke was always taking care of Stack, because that's his brother.
Mhm.
And to see when he got bit, like, I know he failed. That's why he felt like he failed his brother in that room.
Mm-hmm.
I failed. That was my job, and I failed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Sammy, where music was his thing. His father didn't even want him to play it, but I want to live my dream, Dad. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do what you're doing. This is my dream. I see that as the everyday kid who wants to get out his parents' crib to go do what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wants to spread his wings and fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, break away from the chains. The chains say that, no, you're supposed to be in here in church with me preaching. Dad, I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be out here giving people the music right here. I want to do my own thing, whether I fail or not. And then even if you pay attention, even when he's talking to Smoke about it, Smoke like, boy, you get out there with that guitar, I kill you myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The guy's like,
Stay in the church.
I kill you myself. He said, stay in there. And your man had the courage to, because you could tell he looked up to Smoke and Stack. They was his older cousins.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah.
tell he looked up to them.
Yeah.
For him to deny his cousins and go like,
and
nah,
stuff.
man,
We different.
I want to do
Yeah,
this.
Yeah.
Even at the end, when at the next day when the sun rises, he goes to the church. His just seeing what he just saw, watching
Mm-hmm.
everybody die, knowing, and his father's like, drop the guitar, son. He never dropped it. He never
he never
dropped
dropped
it.
it.
He
He was
spent the
hanging on
rest of
tight to
his
that boy
life
too.
playing that guitar.
Yeah, even during the epilogue, I like how and that was a good little interpretation too. Like how like even in today's music, it just doesn't have that same feel like the
Mm-hmm. Yep.
old music.
When he said, run it back, cuzzo, run it back. Let me hear
Hmm
what you got. Run it back.
And you can
I
just
don't
see
like
it on
this
Michael B.
electric. He
Jones.
said, I don't like
Yeah,
this electric
yeah,
ish.
yep, yep. Hmm
And
You still got that old that soul stuff in you.
I think
Yeah,
that felt,
uh-huh.
and I think that scene is more important than people would, because it. I think for me, it made Stack feel human again for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
It made
yep.
him it made him feel human because here this man is going to live forever. And now think about that too. Stack watched his little cousin for years. So that means
Hmm
he was basically following him where, so kind of maybe keeping a watchful eye on him.
Could yeah,
You know,
But
think,
not
yeah.
only, but right, but not only that. If you look at the gear, if you look at the stack ring, that lets you know that there are people who are still willing to sell their soul
exactly.
because obviously he was the
Uh,
representation of hip hop.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. Of
Exactly.
course, of course.
Obviously,
The
he
way
was
he was
offering a
dressed,
deal.
exactly.
He
Exactly.
was offering a deal to
Exact
rappers to
exactly.
sell their
Hmm
soul,
Exactly.
and
hmm
they taking it,
And they took it.
and you outside the juke.
hmm
Like
Because what
that's
year was that? 1992.
it was
That during
Yeah,
92.
that
it was
Yeah, it
scene.
was
92.
92.
92.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
So he was in the West Coast
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah,
Cause
because 92
because the
West
yeah,
Coast
first,
was prevalent.
the way he was
yeah,
dressed, the first I
yeah.
was like, he dressed like a certain
It was giving
Had
big
the
in
stack
face.
it was
features.
giving big Biggie vibes, like the way I
Hmm
was
Yep.
like,
hmm Yeah.
Homegirl over there looking like Mariah Carey.
he was. And like I actually liked her Haley's role too because she was like, "Hey, Sammy." It was like, and for
Yeah.
Sammy not to be, I like that part too because it still showed they were family because
Yeah. Yeah.
Sammy wasn't afraid of Stack. He wasn't afraid of him because he was just like, "How?" Like he was like, "How?" And he was like, and
hmm
he told him that Smoke told me not to like not do nothing to you, just let you. And now
hmm
I want you to really think about that too, because maybe because that vampire died, and the hive mind was. I don't know if it was like broken up at that point, but Stack could have killed Sammy to see the ancestors and do all that, see the past, present, and future. But he didn't.
Yeah.
He let his
Yeah.
cousin live, and to me, it symbolized he was maybe watching him and like protecting him through the years. I'm not saying that the movie shows that, but that's the interpretation I
hmm
got because the way he walked
hmm
in, there was no hostility. It was nothing. He was just like, "What's up, cuz?" You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that. And even when
And they
he
hugged
walked
each
out,
other after when he left, right?
yeah,
Did he hug him?
he hugged him.
Yeah.
He hugged him, and right there, Stack could have bit him. He could
hmm
have bit him right there, no matter what he said, you know. And I thought that was a powerful scene right there too, because it symbolizes that there was still humanity in him, even though he was a vampire.
Hmm
And for
hmm
my man, Buddy Guy, even for him, like just like you said, when he says, "Man, play, run it back one more time for me, run it back for him."
hmm
Even that
hmm
scene is kind of like, oh, okay. Now, Jason, I did see the end scene that you were talking. So you do know there was two post credit scenes. It's another one when he's at the church and singing "This Little Light of
Yep.
Mine."
Yep.
Yeah, I did watch that one. I found it and watched it because I didn't stay for that one. I
Yeah.
ended up watching
Yeah.
it
But
on
now,
a.
what was that one? Yeah, I left before that
So,
one.
Jason, I feel like I've been doing a lot of talking. Go ahead, explain it. Explain it.
So he's in the church. This is post the vampire. I
Right,
don't know the time
post
frame.
right.
They don't say, but this is post the time frame. He's in the church and he's strumming the guitar,
Mm-hmm.
singing "This
This
Little
little
Light
light
of
of mine.
Mine."
Yep.
And
Hmm
then right before it ends, he looks up, and it looks like he's looking up at something or someone coming in or something. And he just looks up, and then it just goes off. and people are
Okay.
assuming that by playing the music, he conjured something good or bad. No,
Mm.
Mm.
that's why people want a sequel. I don't want a
I
sequel.
don't want a sequel.
Yeah, no, no,
No sequel.
please, no
No
sequel,
sequel.
no
No
spinoff.
sequel. No
Just leave
prequel.
it.
No nothing. End it. It doesn't. It doesn't need
Yeah.
to have anything else. And then see, because I'm scared too that a sequel is going to take away from what this was. Like this was
And
special.
and to speak to you about Stack's humanity, even though as a vampire, when Smoke had to kill Annie when she got bit, and they both him
Oh yeah,
Stack and his girl reacted. No, a part of me was like, oh, they still in there. I
Yeah.
was when I was watching, I was like, oh, they still in
yeah,
there
yeah.
because no other vampire was tripping but them two. But
Yeah.
them two still
Hmm.
held on to them all being family,
Yeah.
as
Hmm.
remember she
Yeah.
said to her,
And,
when Andy said
Hmm.
to the white
and,
to the mixed girl,
and that
"We all
scene where
family."
that's the scene where Smoke is about to die, and he's like reaching out for the baby. I was like, oh man. But then the
I
dude
was
still
so
talking.
mad Smoke died. Yeah, I
that
was
that
so mad
scene that
Smoke
scene kind
died,
of
bro.
hit too.
I was so mad he died, bro. I was like,
Yeah,
you ain't got
I
to
kind
put
of
this.
wanted Smoke to
I was
live.
hoping to be one of those, you know, at the end of the movie, they just show the building and then the little words come up. This was the
Well,
last time I ever seen Smoke. You
well,
know what I'm saying? Like Smoke
technically,
then ran off, and I don't know where he went.
so here's and to be if I'm being honest,
That he alive.
technically you don't see him die. You just see him. You see the
Well,
baby. You see the baby, and you
well,
see the wife, but you don't. He could have just been
but
hallucinating. You don't know that he's dead. But
mm,
I mean, I know Ryan.
nah.
I know that he's dead. I get it. I know that he's dead. I watched enough movies to know this was him seeing like his loved ones. You know.
I will say this, Josh. I hope your theory is right. I mean, Will Smith is alive, and
Yeah. Hey.
maybe.
Hey. So, but yeah.
And Michael B's in. Oh, Michael B about to kill I Am Legend too. Oh my
Oh
god.
man.
Oh, he in that? He in that one?
Yeah, Michael B's in
Man.
that.
I'm
I'm excited to see him now after this jump.
Yeah, he's in I Am Legend too. I don't. I think. Don't quote me, but I think the story is like Michael B. I guess after Will Smith leaves the town that he's in, Michael B. runs another town, and I guess they both have a little tiff with each other until they come
Yeah,
together
he's
and deal
definitely
with
in there.
whatever they got to deal with.
He's on the cast list for I Am Legend.
Yeah.
He's on there. So, but that was my take on it. Any closing thing before we close out, fellas?
Um. Oh, you said next week. I was about to.
Hold a lot of your
Yeah,
stuff for next week because we are in there
yeah.
next week. Because next
I'll
week
be
we're gonna
quiet.
get on The Last of Us. We're gonna talk about The
I'll be
Last of Us.
quiet. Because Josh, you said something in the chat, and you was talking about the game. I'm talking about part two. I was like, in my opinion,
Oh,
the show is. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
you know what? Yeah, we're gonna. Okay, so real quick, Ryan thinks that the show, and correct me, you think that The Last of Us show is better than the game right now?
No. I'm saying for season two, it's doing a better job of telling the story
Then
than
what?
part two of the game did.
Okay. So we're actually going to talk about that. I'm actually bringing on my cousin Mel next week because she is dying to get on the show to talk about it. She is dying to
Oh,
get on the show
okay,
to talk about it.
cool,
So my cousin's going
cool,
to be
cool,
here
cool,
next week.
cool.
She's going to give her aspect of it. I said, "Cuz you could be more than happy to welcome." So she's going to be on the show.
Just like Devil May Cry, I never played Last of Us, so I will be the student in the class with my pen and my
Okay,
pad, and I will listen to what y'all. I am not an expert. I have no score. I do
Gotcha.
feel the way about Last of Us 2 so far, but
okay.
Okay, and we can
it
deal with
don't
that.
mean
We can deal with
don't
that.
don't take my word seriously. I never played the game. That's all I'm saying. But
But
outside of that, I don't have much to say.
so next
All
week
right.
we on there because I still got to play catch up. So I started watching the first episode. I haven't finished it, but I'm in there. So next week, same bad time, same bad channel.
Yeah.
Everyone, thanks for being in the chat. Make sure you like and hit that subscribe button. And the question still goes: is James Gunn's Suicide Squad better than all three Deadpool movies? And I'm
It's
saying,
better than all the Thor movies.
oh, easily.
Oh, yeah, come on, James.
Easily.
No, of
Uh,
course.
It's better than all three Venom.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I'm going with yes. It's better than all Daredevil. I want to see what y'all put in the chat. We're gonna talk about it next week, fellas. Next week, y'all stay frosty, and if you can't be good at it, people.